A Western Conference battle in San Francisco as the Warriors look to work the home court advantage. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Today's game marks the continuation of the Lakers' road schedule. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
I think it's always that way when these guys get together. The fans and the players are jacked up. Even the vendors are ramped up, talking stuff. It's a special matchup for sure.
Pass to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And Greg, people already predicting the MVP for this season. Is it too early to start talking about that?
I mean, we have roughly half a season left to play, yet people love to talk about sports, period, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual award out there. And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
Here's Curry with the three. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
I mean, one is a playoff team, the other, question mark, ... not so. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win, so we'll see how they handle things tonight.
Now LeBron, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Back to Bradley. And the rejection by Curry. And they'll keep possession. A three ball. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
That was simply the long arms of Otto Porter forcing the miss.
Golden State moving the ball around. Shoots over Bradley. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. It's the three-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep. And something we've seen the last few years, boxing ones thrown at Curry, although they've had mixed success.
Russell Westbrook. That's his first.
And amazing to even consider using a box in one in the NBA, isn't it, Greg? But Curry does that with his offense to the teams that defend him.
Kevin, I agree. And it didn't work well in the 2019 finals. Curry has started to adjust to that look. Much harder to use when Curry has other options on offense.
Golden State foul.
And last year, Carmelo Anthony climbed into the top 10 all-time in scoring.
Well, I mean, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. And he may never get that NBA title, but you factor in college and international play, and there's no doubt he'll be in Springfield.
Now here's Thompson. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, something, Greg, we can't take for granted. It's nice just to see Klay Thompson out on the floor.
No doubt, Kevin. You know, the NBA is just a better league with a healthy Klay Thompson. Makes this team more fun to watch. Good for humor and one incredible performance
That's his
a year.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Anthony. Lays it up and banks it in.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
The shot by Curry, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now Curry. After the missed three from Malik Monk. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Davis.
Anthony Davis.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
6 points for Anthony Davis. Here's Curry. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Malik
Gets it to
Monk.
go from beyond the arc.
Three-pointer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Davis.
Warriors foul.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second personal foul.
There are very few that can handle and battle with Davis inside. He's got really tremendous strength and agility and a nice touch.
And this, the second season of Anthony Davis's 5-year, $190 million extension. And he admitted that with his injury history, that long-term security was a consideration.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Lakers substitution.
44 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Thompson. And here is Bielitsa. He's guarded by Howard. Curry. And the shot falls short this time.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
26 seconds left in the first quarter. First trip to the line for him here.
Second personal foul.
Free throw drops for James.
Hey, there are guys who have played as long as LeBron, okay? But how many have maintained their physical abilities the way he has so late in his career? I think that's a short list.
Pass to Curry. Will it go? And he banks in the layup. And that's now 6 points for Stephen Curry.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
LeBron James.
James with the bucket.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects that.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Team foul.
Here's Ariza. Tries again. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this.
That's too easy, my nigga. Too easy.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
LeBron James.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Klay Thompson has lost 2 prime years to a torn ACL and then a Achilles. He says so many athletes have been through this. It's just a new set of challenges. With my style of play, I feel I can be effective till my late 30s. I plan on being the all-NBA player I was and won't settle for anything less. Guys, that will be a great comfort to his team.
Indeed, and who's going to doubt him? I love his attitude. Undaunted. David, thank you. And a lot of players want a voice in team strategy, and I've always wondered, Greg, is there a downside for coaches letting their players get too involved?
I mean, there is a belief that you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But if a player knows his stuff, it's worth at least hearing them out, if only to keep those open lines of communication.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
To the paint. Great D that time from James.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this week. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
The Lakers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Taking 2
And that
shots.
one falls for Anthony Davis.
You know, in this 21st century version of the NBA, just being big is not enough. Davis personifies the evolution of the big guy. He's got game from everywhere on the floor.
Los Angeles foul.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the
That's his
call with the
second
foul.
personal foul.
These are his
First
3rd and
team
4th
foul.
free throw attempts of the game.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Assist.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Timeout.
Timeout called the Warriors. You look at James, what a contribution.
But he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Warriors trail by 16. Back to Curry. Over Westbrook. Porter trying to free himself up. Thompson outside. Here's Curry. Here he goes. And the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Here's Davis. Got a piece of it.
Russell Westbrook.
And they recover it. And that one's good. Westbrook.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle that their offense
Anthony
is.
Davis. The assist.
And finished off by Davis.
Westbrook.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
And now in the second half of his career, Russell Westbrook wants rings. He knows he's getting older and has no time to waste. It's why he plays with such passion.
Trevor Ariza.
Cans it from downtown.
Rapid fire release from Ariza like a staple gun. Boom, boom. Outstanding at shooting as soon as the pass gets to his hands. Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Thompson from long range. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Anthony Davis.
The Warriors shooting their
That's his
7th and 8th free throw
personal
attempts
foul.
for the game right here.
Second team foul.
Really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves
At the line
from
for
the
the
free throw
Dogs.
line on the season at about 76%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
And Westbrook's high motor is why we love him. He goes out, Greg, and competes every play in every game.
No doubt, but I tell you what, he's tired of missing out on the NBA Finals. This is a guy that is hungry to get back to that stage. It'll be interesting to see if he can get it done.
Golden State moving the ball around. Curry way outside. And the Warriors miss again. Lakers leading by 22. Here's Ariza.
Trevor
Oh, and the
Ariza.
dunk by Ariza.
And Ariza shows no mercy on these drives inside. When he's got room to jam it, he's not thinking twice. He's bringing the thunder.
Now the Lakers on the break. Bradley, no one around him.
Avery Bradley.
Yes, and it's LeBron
3
picking up the
points.
assist. Bradley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect.